Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Wednesday the 11th of November 2015 and we're going to briefly discuss gold price predictions for the next few years. This is a follow-up to our video produced recently on silver. Many of our listeners know that long-term we are bullish on gold and silver. They also know that when we discuss these commodities, we are taking a 10+ year view on gold and a 20+ year view on silver. Though obviously this does not mean we do not see prices rising before then, but that we are warning, do not seriously place large amounts of capital into these commodities unless you can wait that period of time without having to sell them. Naturally, we are speaking about purchases of the physical as opposed to paper contracts, which behave and trade in very short time periods. Now, many gold and silver bulls believe that both gold and silver are going to rise very soon and very dramatically. So who is predicting what and when? Please bear in mind these two criteria. 1, prices are valued in US dollars. And 2, we are assuming no global black swan or hyperinflation event takes place. Now, before you shout, yes, but these black swans will occur, and soon, we do not know that. It's only speculation. And many speculators have been forecasting imminent global financial collapse for nearly a decade now. You and we may be very surprised at how long central banks and governments may be able to stave off the consequences and ramifications of their vast money printing operations. At the time of producing this video, gold stands at $1,085 an ounce. So let's look at who are some of the more recent gold predictors. 1. The think tank Capital Economics told the Financial Times this week that gold could drop to $1,050, consistent with a 2-year US Treasury yield of 1%. If rates do increase next month, expectations are for the metal to move towards $1,000 or less. The weak UK publication added, "Where gold goes from here is far from clear. Some analysts reckon it could plunge even lower, perhaps down to $800. 2. Longforecast.com, the economic forecast agency, predicts that gold will range between $1,191 and $1,099 between now and February 2016. Will dip in 2016 to $973, further dip to $930 in 2017, lower again at $775 in 2018, and lower still to $767 in 2019, and then begin to rise to $977 in 2020. 3. Fast Markets head of research William Adams said on Bullion Vault today, with the dollar likely to remain bid until the FOMC meeting in mid-December, the headwinds are likely to remain in place, so tests of support and breaches of support seem probable. 4. Ken Ticehurst published on goldeagle.com. Gold fell heavily last week as forecast. Our long-awaited fall to lower lows seems finally to be underway. Contrary to most opinion, this fall is not a case of manipulation by dark forces, but is simply a resumption of a long-term trend we have been modeling for over a year now. 5. The Economic Intelligence Unit produced its gold forecast up to the end of 2018 where surprisingly it was more bullish than many others, quoting that the gold price is expected to vacillate between $1,253 and $1,347 over the next 2 to 3 years. 6. By contrast, Hugo Salinas Price, born a Mexican and is currently president of the Mexican Civic Association Pro Silver AC, where for a number of years has worked tirelessly to get Mexico to adopt a silver coin as legal currency. When interviewed by goldeagle.com this week, stated, "Gold in 2020, $10,000 to $50,000 an ounce, or perhaps no price in paper money. Only by selling something will you be able to acquire gold or silver. Think Zimbabwe. You act like Zimbabwe. You get your Zimbabwe. Impossible to buy gold using Zimbabwe dollars. Silver in 2020, $600 to $3,000 an ounce. Count on these sorts of prices if war breaks out between the US and Russia and China. Otherwise, who knows?" Unquote. Apart from Hugo Price, we too were just a little surprised at the extent of the bearishness that these non-bank organizations view gold. We still hold that gold may very well hit $1,000 or just below soon, but find it difficult to see it falling to the $770 to $800 level, though nothing is impossible. We assumed that all-in sustaining costs for gold hovered around the $1,000 level, not cash costs, mind, which are much lower, and therefore this would provide a base. Until we heard Rob McEwen, chairman and chief owner of McEwen Mining, a mid-tier gold and silver producer, on Kitco yesterday, who admitted that his all-in sustaining cost for gold stood at $914, that's $914 an ounce, and is looking at methodologies to reduce this much further. We hope you found this video helpful and informative, and would appreciate it if you would give it a thumb up, comment, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Please also share this video on Twitter at IlluminatiSilv1. Disclaimer: Silver Illuminati owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management, and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice, and merely represent the personal views of its owners.